Okay, so I have in fact got my hands on the newest, the best, the purely strongest new champion in the game. This character has over 212,000 health. It's insane. It has over 170 base speed. Let me of course show you my latest new character. That is right. I pulled on the 2x Ancient Events. I pulled the clan boss himself. He is a very useful character as it has millions of health and just some pretty good AoE moves. So if you're wondering what happened here, basically there's a way you can, in the game, get into the index of the boss index. Now I'm going to see if I can find the clip where I did it. But basically what you do is you like click on something in the index, and then you click the escape key real quick. I was on the Skinwalkers when I did it. I'm not sure if you have to be on the Skinwalkers. That's just, I saw Chosen doing this, and I was like, oh, I didn't know about that. So I went and tried it. I was like, okay, it works. So I figured I had to tell you guys. So check this out. If you look here, this is a hidden index with all of basically the boss assets or dungeon assets in the game. I'm assuming they have to have them hidden somewhere in the game in order to be able to actually put them into the game. It makes sense. And if you look here, these are the bosses. So you have like Lord Chamfort, the boss. You have this guy, Wyron, he's from the campaign. And then you have like Big Un, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And of course, they have these crazy stats because, you know, they're bosses. But now, this is kind of cool. It's not really like a big deal, but the thing that is cool about it is, and here we go, might be the first useful Mashal in the game because that's 41k base health. But if you look through these characters, what's kind of interesting about this is you're like, okay, these aren't really that important, but then we get to ones that might actually be useful. Like if we get to this guy here, we see the spider, right? Now, this is the lower level spider. We'd have to find the level 20 spider. I think it's right here, right? So here's the level 21. But you can see, like, the base speed, things of that nature. They even have, like, the spiderlings in here, if I remember correctly. And you can see all of the base spats, all of the base stats. I've been doing that a lot recently, like putting my words together, like putting the first word or the first letter of the second word in front. And I don't know why, but I've been noticing I've been doing that a lot. Then you can also see like spiderling stats, stuff like that. So you can see, you know, what the speed and all that would be. Now, make sure you're looking at the right one because there's a bunch of different affinities. But it is kind of cool. So basically, it's not horribly useful. But for people that want to go and look at all the different like stats, like, hey, the Fire Knight, how much health does it have? The people that like to do the math and kind of calculate out this stuff, you know, how much HP does it have? You know, what's the base speed? Stuff like that. You can kind of look through it and you can see their moves. You know, you can go through and read it. So if you want to just be able to read the moves, this would probably be useful actually for content creators like myself for when we go through and talk about the bosses, because sometimes it can be difficult when you're at the boss to be able to read the moves and all that. So this is kind of an easier way to do that, which is pretty cool. And you can see what they're immune to and all that. Also, plus you can see they added in the fear and true fear debuffs. So whenever they do nerfs, buffs, if they do like hidden nerfs or buffs or something to the characters, we can probably find this. Now, hopefully they don't change the way the backdoor into this, because I personally like being able to see things like the Ice Golem minions and, you know, stuff like that. I think that's pretty cool, being able to see stats like that and being able to see, you know, when they change it with patches and all that. Plus, being able to have all these stats available is kind of what we've been asking for a while in the aspects of like an API. Now, it's not the same thing with an API because we don't have like the ratios of, you know, for all the moves or anything. But at a minimum, at least we're going to get, yeah, the base stats. We can see the base stats for the characters and stuff like that built into the game without needing some kind of weird hardware or software or something. So pretty cool. Mess around with it if you want. Again, all you really got to do is, you know, click escape, click on something and then click escape, or, you know, click the back button right after you click on it. And that's how I got into the index. Now, there's not really anything of huge of note in here. It's mostly just all the bosses and their buddies. You can see some cool T-poses. So maybe I'll get some good art memes out of this. But as far as it, I don't really see anything that is not already in the game. I don't see placeholders or anything. These are all... these are Ice Golem people. The red people were from Faction Wars. Yeah, this is all Faction Wars and Ice Golem stuff. These are the Faction Wars bosses. Here we have like the Ultra Nightmare Demon Lord. You can see he's way down here. Hey, buddy, how you doing? Can we? Oh, there we go. You can zoom in. That's kind of cool, man. You can zoom in and see. Man, that's cool. Wait, he's got like a whole bunch of, what are these down there? You see that? He's got like these weird arm things down here. We can see the Demon Lord's pants or lack of pants. I guess he does have a below waist. They gave him some thick thighs. Look at that booty. They robbed him. They absolutely robbed the Demon Lord's booty. Poor guy, man. No, I feel like he would have thicker. His shoulders are sticking out more. That's not fair. That poor man. But anyway, check it out. Kind of cool. I'm not going to go over it too much more because, I mean, it is what it is. It's just a cool index you can see here. You know, blah, 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 blah. Everything. Everything's in here. If you want to know the stats and everything in it, go to index, click on something, click escape right after you click on something. Now, it was really hard to get to work. I kept having to like back out play and play because it would freeze. I'm sure there's like I can't, if I back out, I'm not gonna be able to get back in. I'll try again. Like here, watch, I back out. I went to Skinwalkers. I clicked escape right as like this. I did like this. I clicked on something and I clicked escape. I don't know if, yeah, there it is. It worked with high ups too. So it works with anything. See there, I did it twice in a row. So I think what you gotta do is, you gotta like click and then while it's loading, you have to, anyway, that's how you did it. Or that's how I did it. But see, then you can't click back. So sometimes you try and get out and you can't click back. If it won't let you back out, then you've like frozen it and you got to exit out player and play entirely. It's a whole thing. Okay, so anyway, that's what that is. I thought it was kind of cool. Check it out. Not going to be terribly long in the detail on that. I just like poking around with it. Kind of fun. Most use is just being able to see the stats for the bosses. And let's move on. What I've currently been working on is I've just kind of passively been playing the main and leveling some people during the events and whatnot, but I've been working on the free-to-play account a lot, and I wanted to show you here at the end of the video what to expect with some upcoming videos. So I'm going to show you here real fast. If you look here, here's my free-to-play account. I'm going to show you the progress I've been making. So just check the market real quick. You never know when the shard's going to show up. I'll take that one, but I'll show you the progress. So if we go here, here is my Sir Nicholas. What I've done with him is I've got him to level 16. You're going to notice I'm missing a lot of my rares. It's because I leveled the rares, crunched them as chickens, and got him to level 60. Plus, I had 2 5-star chickens I've slowly been collecting from their like freebies over the holidays, which helped a lot. Then once I got him to level 60, I don't have his ascension yet. Oh, I just clicked on that. Then what I did is I went to the campaign, and I chewed all the way through normal, 3-starred it, hard 3-starred it, brutal 3-starred it, and now I'm all the way a nightmare on the free-to-play already. If you look here, I've 3-starred some of it, but not all of it, and Santa Claus is now no longer able to basically solo this stuff. He needs some ascensions and better gear. So if we look at currently what I'm left remaining on, working on, is that my gear is questionable on him, and if you look at my books here, as far as my books, I've used my books and got the cooldown done. I have 1 here, and I got 3 there. So we need 4 more legendary books for him to be completely full, which we will be doing that. And then we're going to need Ascension Potions. As soon as Sunday comes, we're going to go ahead and ascend him, max him out. And he can farm 12-3 Brutal by himself. It just takes approximately 2 minutes to do a full clear. So we can use the multi-battles. I've been trying to use those when the multi-battles come. And I've opened up, a couple of the free ancient shards and whatnot that we got during the event. I didn't get anything too amazing. You'll probably notice here, I had a couple epics. I pulled like a Karam, a Corpse Collector. I got the Piteousless one and Jizoa here in Karam and all that. I'm not really that excited about this. I 5-star Preserver. I'm going to use her as a chicken later. Then I got Code Heart, of course, Apothecary. So my team is going to end up being Sir Nicholas, Kel, Code Heart, Apothecary, and then probably like Corpse Collector, just as my first solid 5. And then I got Fellhound that I actually pulled from the Void Shard, which is going to end up being my campaign farmer later in the game once he has enough artifacts himself that he can, in fact, clear the campaign. So we have a campaign farmer planned. We got Code Heart for the dungeons. We got Santa Claus, Kel, Apothecary, Corpse Collector, for the clan boss, and maybe we'll work on Ragemonger since he has some poisons and HP burn as well. So we have some decent options, and I'll show you a quick update here. If you look at my clan boss keys, I'm hoarding keys with like the updates and everything. I have 16 keys currently. The reason is I'm going to wait until I can do approximately like 3 million damage to the Nightmare boss just by using like poisons plus the unkillable with Santa Claus. And then I'm going to dump all of my keys in at once and try to get 2x of the ultimate chest on the free to play extremely early to pull like a Sacred Shard or Void Shard or something to snipe another character. So that's my plan there, instead of just dumping all the keys into like the normal boss and just getting a green piece of immortal gear. We're going to try to snipe something high. Now, we haven't spent any money at all. We do have some XP banner currently going because of the campaign bonuses, but we still have not spent any money. If you look here, they're continually trying to get us to buy their bonus packs, but we are not on the free-to-play. We're progressing pretty well. This is currently where we're at here. We are working on the missions, but not too far. I'm going to have to chew through these and try to get these 300 gems, etc. And we went ahead and got the masteries on Sir Nicholas as well, because I used my 800 gems to automatically get the masteries, and these are the masteries I went on him. I'll probably change these later. So that's where I'm currently at. I'm pretty excited about the free-to-play account. I think I am, I say this a million times, but I'm just about the point where basically on the main I'm done spending, unless it's like events, these 2x events show up, or they got something they're teasing turbo right now. So if they try to do a turbo fusion or 10x turbo, maybe I'll snipe or something there too. But just randomly, I'm pretty much done. So what I'm doing here is I'm playing on the free to play, and I'm really excited to try to get some free to play action in. This account's been really progressing very well, and so I want to see how far I can go spending absolutely no money at all. And that might be a little bit more relevant to the other type of people that enjoy the channel that don't spend money, because I normally just spend a lot of money. So let's go ahead and make an account that doesn't spend any money at all for you guys. Okay, guys, I love you. I hope you enjoyed this rambling for today. If you don't see mini videos over the next 2 to 3 days, don't worry. I'm going to go to the next town over and spend a few days relaxing with some friends and family and my girlfriend and stuff like that. So, okay, guys, I'll see you later. I love y'all and have a good one. And yeah. Okay, please subscribe. Bye-bye.